Welcome to OWAD. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring ocean/industrial age concepts. And today we're going to talk about 条件. 条件. Again, this is Japanese scholars' translation from the Western concept. And probably this is from logic because it talks about condition. So condition almost like to fulfill some result, we need to find out what's the conditions. It's not necessarily cause effect, but only after we fulfill some conditions and then something else is going to happen. So that's condition. To translate to translate condition into East Asian existing vocabulary, so two of these characters were picked. 条件. And you can see they share a common left part, which is human. Okay, so it's almost like we're talking about human conditions, right? But no, each human is only part of the story in making these two compository Chinese characters, because each of them are made of multiple parts together. So 条, I translated as item, but originally it means a long stick. And if we go further, according to scholars, I'm pretty sure scholars, not only they went through lots of ancient renderings or different renderings of the same character and try to guess based on the guesses of previous scholars, and they came up with theories. Everybody's guessing. There's no guarantee our guessing is correct, but I guess I can quote their guess. Human figure you see on the left side, and just one vertical line, human, and a stick, and made of wood, right? Canopy of a tree, root of the tree connected by the trunk. This shape is a tree. Usually it's made if it made into a component of some other character, it means the material, not the tree itself, not a live tree, let's say. It's after the tree dead, we use the material, which is wood. So this is some wood stick. You can almost add the stick and the wood together. Wood stick. And then this top right portion, three-finger hand symbol, holding something in there. And that something in there, this vertical line and horizontal line attached, it's a very simple character, right? Just two direction of line. And if you see things that simple, that means it probably originated even earlier, because when Chinese language was not far from the time it was born, it was like a blank space. People can still freely draw things to mean something. And once that's taken, like vertical line connected by horizontal line, once this imagery to meaning connection established, then you cannot use that again, right? So when it's only two strokes, vertical line, horizontal line, my theory is we can almost certain this was created way back earlier, versus those composite characters, which grab whole different component of existing building blocks like Lego pieces. When they snap together, that's a later born concept when humans face more complicated conditions. And then we have to respond, have to try to describe what's happening in our life. So using the language that human invented. So we can see, okay, three-finger hand symbol hold this earlier invention thing. This vertical line, horizontal line attachment was a fortune-telling tool back then. I have to find out how that thing exactly looked, but it's made into many, many Chinese characters. And my current standing theory is it simply shows human hand is holding tools, because fortune telling is one function, one purpose. So it's a tool that humans use to fulfill a particular function. So tool making, tool using was a very human thing. So we have this human hand holding something. It's almost like emphasizing that this human is using something. And here is the scholar's imagination. This human figure on the left side, this leftward facing human figure, next to this wood stick, this one horizontal line, plus this tool using together is a long stick stuff. Wait, okay. I guess you can almost equate this thing to today's hiking pole. So it describes a person wading through the stream. And just by the person walking through the stream, you probably wouldn't be able to make it. So you need something to anchor on. So you need this long wooden stick holding your hand to facilitate you to add more attach point of you in that current environment. So that's scholars' theory. And this water wading hiking pole thing eventually means anything that's made of in the shape of a long stick. It doesn't necessarily made of wood anymore. It simply means something looks in the shape of a long stick. And that 条 eventually used as a counting term, as if you're counting a stick, because it's distinctly in a shape of long stick shape. And it means it's countable, made it into a counting unit of measure. Okay, 借, we also have this human figure on the left side. The right side is a cow or ox. It's simply capturing the horn shape and a horizontal vertical line, give you the coordinate system of this three-dimensional thing, but kind of flattened into the two-dimensional world. Now that we know it has a width, it's a height, and probably have a depth that you cannot describe it anymore, but this is a frontal view of the cow. You're looking at this object with these dimensions, and the horn is the defining feature of the cow. So we have a human and a cow next to each other. What does that mean? Okay, according to scholars, this means separate, means we can tell a human from a cow. I mean, it's almost like obvious, but sometimes we have to state the obvious to make it apparent that this 界 means also things, humans and animals. You can distinguish, you can separate them, and you can count them separately. So both item and a piece eventually made into our unit of measurement terms. You may say 一条河 because, okay, 河 river, a long stick shape of river. It's a long shape of things, even if it's not straight line like a stick, even if it keeps flowing as a river. But because the shape relationship, it looks like a stick shape, then we use 条 as the unit of measurement of a river. We Chinese don't say a river. We have to say a long stick shape of river, okay? And a 界, we use 件 a lot as like a piece of 一件事, a piece of thing. we cannot say a thing or a story or occurrence. We have to say a piece of occurrence. That's quite a unique phenomenon of Chinese. We have to be very unit of measurement conscious. Okay, so both of them as kind of counting term that's countable, separatable, either is a long shape of stick or it's separating humans from cows. These made into our countable worlds, counting unit. And when these two come together, it becomes condition, because I guess condition gotta be separatable. We have to sort out from a mixing of conditions, and then we can single out of this particular condition, that particular condition. Oftentimes this condition we use in context of making a trade, making a transaction. You have to itemize your requests, the benefits, the exchange, right? The conditions of things, kind of legal terms. And that Chinese scholars, not Chinese, Japanese scholars pick 条 and 件, both are counting terms as unit of measurements as the translation of condition, as if things need to be clearly defined as one whole unit. And then that is how we do business. We have to be able to quantify it. We have to be able to count it. All right, there we go, 条件.